Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Aaron Tainter, Director of Accelerator Programs at AlphaLab. Thanks for joining us today. Our goal in this session is to give you a clear picture of what AlphaLab is, who it is built for, what founders can expect from the program, and how to navigate the application process. We'll also leave time at the end for questions. I'm joined today by two key team members. Kelsey LaBarbera, our program manager for AlphaLab Health, will walk through what the founder experience actually looks like inside the program. And Milan Manat, our operations lead, will cover the application and selection process so you know exactly how to prepare. Let's start with the big picture. Why AlphaLab? AlphaLab has been doing this work for a long time. We were one of the first 10 accelerators in the United States when we launched in 2008. And over time, we've built a strong track record of supporting early stage technology founders. But the real value is not just longevity. AlphaLab is built for founders developing practical solutions in complex or regulated industries where early execution matters. We are especially well suited for technical founders who need more than encouragement. They need structure, feedback, and a network that helps them move faster. What we offer is a serious operating environment for founders who are ready to build, learn quickly, and accelerate progress. A big part of the AlphaLab story is also the regional story. Pittsburgh is a strong place to build a company. It combines affordability, technical talent, major research institutions, strength in manufacturing and life sciences, and real leadership in robotics and AI. Where you build shapes a lot of your company's trajectory. It affects who you can hire, how long your capital lasts, what kind of partnerships are available, and how quickly you can test, learn, and grow. For founders looking for a place where innovation and practicality can coexist, Pittsburgh has a lot to offer. AlphaLab is a part of InnovationWorks, which provides seed investment, business expertise, and hands-on support to technology startups in southwestern Pennsylvania. That means when founders join AlphaLab, they are not just entering a standalone accelerator. They are plugging into a broader platform with experience supporting early-stage companies, helping them de-risk their companies, access capital, and build momentum. The broader platform matters because early-stage founders need more than a short burst of programming. They need an ecosystem around them. One of the strongest indicators of a program's value is the quality and range of companies that have gone through it. This slide gives a sense of the breadth of AlphaLab alumni over the years. These companies span multiple sectors and technical categories, which reflects something important about AlphaLab. We are not built around one narrow founder type or one narrow market. We are built to support ambitious technical founders tackling meaningful problems. The takeaway is simple. When founders join AlphaLab, they're joining a real community of builders. So what does AlphaLab actually offer founders? At a high level, we help founders get better at the core work that drives startup success. That includes customer understanding, go-to-market execution, fundraising readiness, and building the right support system around your company. It is designed to help founders make tangible progress in the areas that matter most. And our program is built around three pillars: customer, capital, and community. First, customers. We help founders sharpen their value proposition, clarify their target customer, improve customer discovery, and strengthen the way they communicate and sell. For capital, we help founders prepare for fundraising by improving investor materials and overall readiness for capital conversations. And with community, AlphaLab gives founders access to mentors, operators, alumni, local business connections, and a broader support network that can help open doors and accelerate learning. These three pillars work together. The strongest companies are not just technically strong, they know who they serve, how to grow, and how to navigate capital. There are a few things that make the AlphaLab experience distinct, and one of the biggest is that we are building the program to be AI native throughout. We are not treating AI as a side topic. We are helping founders apply modern AI workflows across product, customer discovery, go-to-market, operations, and fundraising so small teams can move faster and get more leverage. This sits inside a high accountability cohort, a small and hands-on support model, and a technical environment with access to office, lab, and machine shop resources. And because we work across software, hardware and robotics, and life sciences, that AI native approach is always grounded in the realities of the specific market each founder is building for. Our goal is to help founders become stronger operators and build faster in a market where AI fluency increasingly matters. Our goal is just not to provide information, it is to help founders become stronger operators. AlphaLab is led by people with direct experience across startups, investing, operations, and sector-specific company building. Early-stage companies do not need generic advice. They need practical guidance from people who understand the real constraints of building and growing in their category. I want to highlight the two people joining me today. Kelsey leads AlphaLab Health and brings deep life sciences and drug development experience. She works closely with founders navigating the complexity of health innovation, execution, and growth. Milan leads accelerator operations and brings both startup and corporate operating experience, including fundraising and execution expertise. She also plays a major role in helping companies understand the application and selection process, including what it takes to move through it well. You can think of AlphaLab as a program built around founder execution, delivered by people who understand the work from multiple angles. That gives you a sense of who we are and how AlphaLab is built. But the question most founders are really asking is, what does the experience look like when selected? Kelsey works closely with founders on that experience every day, so I'm going to hand it over to her to walk through the cohort model, the track structure, and what founders can expect from the program.
Thanks, Aaron. Once the founder has begun their experience with AlphaLab, it's a high engagement, hands-on program. It's really designed for founders who want accountability, honest feedback, and a structure that helps them move faster. At the center of it all is the cohort experience. We really believe there's something powerful about building alongside other serious teams. You're surrounded by people who are moving quickly, sharing what's working and what's not, and pushing each other to execute at a higher level. That dynamic naturally creates accountability, but it also gives founders perspective. You start to realize you're not figuring everything out on your own. And just as importantly, you build relationships that last well beyond the program itself. Today, AlphaLab is organized around core tracks. We support founders across software, hardware and robotics, and health. Each track has its own focus and advantages, but they all sit within the broader AlphaLab framework of hands-on support, structured execution, and founder development. In software, we work with founders building SaaS, AI-enabled, and data-driven companies. In hardware and robotics, we support teams building physical products and robotic systems with access to prototyping, engineering, and manufacturing resources. And in health, we work with founders building life science companies with meaningful connectivity into clinical and research resources through our partners at AHN. What this structure really allows us to do is combine shared founder fundamentals with support that's tailored to the realities of each space. Pittsburgh is widely considered a global leader in robotics innovation and is quickly emerging as a hub for AI, software, and life sciences, with healthcare companies driving record levels of investment across the region. At the end of the day, the AlphaLab value comes from a mix of operating guidance, access to experienced mentors, and very practical support around product, go-to-market, and fundraising. AlphaLab first launched in 2008 with an initial focus on supporting software startups. We've built a really strong environment for companies working on software platforms, AI-enabled products, data-driven businesses, and technical applications. In this space, speed and clarity matter a lot. The track is designed to help founders move faster and make better decisions along the way. What we want software founders to feel is that they are getting more than startup advice. They are getting focused, high-quality support that helps them make smarter decisions faster. AlphaLab's hardware and robotics tracks are built a little differently because the needs are different. It's not just about business support. It's about combining that with real technical infrastructure. That means access to production-grade prototyping, engineering and manufacturing resources, and the kinds of relationships that help founders move from early builds to actual commercialization. In this space, the challenges aren't just strategic, they're operational and deeply technical too, and having the right support there can make a huge difference in how quickly a team can move and how effectively they can execute. For health founders, AlphaLab Health is designed to support founders working across therapeutics, diagnostics, medical devices, and digital health. What really makes this track different is the partnership with Allegheny Health Network. It gives founders direct connectivity into a major health system, which is something most early-stage programs simply can't offer. That means access to clinical environments, research expertise, and practitioners who are actually on the front lines. It's not just theoretical support, it's real-world context that helps founders better understand the problems they're solving and how to navigate the system around them. In healthcare and life sciences, progress often depends on access, context, and the right relationships, and that's where we spend a lot of our time with founders, helping them move through that complexity with more clarity. Stepping back, what I would want founders to know is that AlphaLab is not just a curriculum, it is an operating environment. You get access to people, infrastructure, and a support system designed to help you make better decisions, execute more effectively, and grow with more confidence. With that, I'll hand it over to Milan to walk through the application process and what we look for in strong candidates.
Thanks, Kelsey. I'll cover 3 things: who we believe is the best fit for AlphaLab, what the process looks like, and a few core terms and eligibility requirements applicants should keep in mind. The first point is fit. AlphaLab is generally looking for companies that have moved beyond idea stage. We want to see evidence that the team has already started turning vision into execution. That could mean a prototype, proof of concept, MVP, technical validation, customer discovery, or early traction, depending on the type of company. We are also looking for teams that understand the problem clearly, have a real view of the customer, and can show why this team is well positioned to build and learn quickly. More specifically, strong candidates tend to have a few things in place. They have a committed team with founder market fit and the ability to execute. They have evidence that technical risk has been reduced. They have some early go-to-market signal or a credible path to first customers, pilots, or commercial traction. And importantly, they are pursuing a market opportunity that can support a venture scale outcome. That does not mean every company has everything fully figured out, but strong applicants are usually able to show that they have moved meaningfully beyond concept and are ready for acceleration. The application and selection process is straightforward. First, founders complete the application online. You will need to create a free F-Success account if you do not already have one. After applications are submitted, our team reviews all candidates and identifies a set of finalists for interviews. Those interviews are an opportunity for us to better understand the company, the team, the progress, and your goals. After interviews, the team deliberates and moves into selection. Finalists who move forward then go through legal and business diligence before receiving a formal offer. The main thing I would emphasize is that the application should be clear, direct, and specific. The strongest applications help us quickly understand what you're building, why it matters, what progress you have made, and why your team is positioned to execute. A few key terms and requirements are important to understand. First, our investment terms. AlphaLab's terms are 3% through a fixed percentage convertible equity instrument, plus an $100,000 uncapped safe deployed in 2 $50,000 tranches, one at the start of the program and one at the end. In terms of timing, the process runs from the application period in spring and summer to review and interviews in late summer to diligence and final selection in the fall, with the cohort launching in January 2027. Companies that complete the program may also be eligible for additional funding from InnovationWorks' seed fund. Those follow-on decisions are made independently and are not guaranteed. Founders should also expect in-person participation as part of the program experience. A lot of value of AlphaLab comes from the close engagement with the team, mentors, and the cohort. Companies are also expected to maintain employees and facilities in Pennsylvania for a minimum of 5 years. Finally, applicants must have legally incorporated U.S. entity and the necessary authorization to work in the United States. My practical advice is simple. Be clear, be honest, and be specific. A strong application is not about sounding impressive. It is about helping us understand the business, the progress, and the opportunity. I'll hand it back to Aaron to close us out.
Thanks, Milan. And I'll close with one simple thought. AlphaLab is built for founders who are serious about execution. If you are building a technical company, have early momentum, and want an environment that will help you sharpen your strategy, increase your pace, and prepare for growth, AlphaLab can be a strong fit. What makes the program work is the combination of hands-on support, depth within each track, real accountability, and access to a broader network of people and resources that can help founders move faster. If that sounds like the kind of environment you're looking for, we encourage you to apply. Take the time to put together a strong application, be clear about what you are building and where you are, and help us understand why now is the right time for your company. And with that, we'd love to open it up for questions.